my lovers. This is Bella Dutch from Allseeingeyetarot. Long time no see, guys. I've been going for quite some time. Almost a year. I just needed to take a little break, pretty much to reinvigorate myself, find a little purpose in life. I'm sure that if you do this type of work, there are moments in your life where you just need to step away and to really find yourself. See if this is something that you really want to do. As well as if your life is anything like mine, there's usually nothing going on. So, you know, you may tend to run out of inspiration. And that's exactly what I did. I'm not going to use any excuses. I'm just going to tell you, the truth. I just ran out of inspiration. I got sick of doing it. I got sick of seeing the same thing over and over and over again. But what ended up happening is while I was on my hiatus, I still got a lot of clientele that got into my email, still book readings, so I was still active. I just wasn't doing any free uploads or marketing or anything like that, okay? But now I'm back, and for the end of this year, 2025, going into 2026, I plan to stick around, and I plan to make some big changes on this channel, okay? First and foremost, you guys know what this is. This is the Intuitive Weekly, okay? So I'm going to call it like the top of the week review. I'm going to do it on Mondays. Now, just like my Intuitive Weekly or my Intuitive Bi-Weekly, if you would like to win free 30 minutes, this is the video to do it on. You simply need the timestamp when you see me start each element, okay? So like you see the fire cards up there, the wind's blowing, so it's pushing the cards forward. But there's fire signs up there. After I get done, whenever I start, so when you see me start shuffling the cards, you grab that time on the screen. When you see me stop and start a new element, you grab that time on the screen. Keep all of your timestamps together, okay? So I advise you to get you a little tablet and watch the videos. I always tell you to watch, I want you to watch all of the video, okay? Because if you're dealing with different people, different zodiac signs, this is a good video to do it on. Even if you are like a sun sign fire, that's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then you may have a rising in Earth, all right? That reading's going to also resonate with your life as well, all right? Now, this is a brief look into the energy and how it is affecting people out there, okay? So it's just giving you little bits and pieces. But in order to really capture what may be going on in your life, if you're looking for some sort of changes, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're looking for changes, I'm the person you want to contact. But if you're not looking for changes, if you want to keep your life the same old way and you don't feel you need any help, definitely look out to, maybe reach out to some of them younger readers, okay? But when you come to me, your life is going to change. I'm not going to lie to you. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm real down to earth. I'm going to treat you just like a friend. I'm not going to judge you, but we're going to work, okay? All right, so here we go. First up, we got Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is going to be for the week of September the 8th through the 14th, okay? Let's see what's going down. Spirit and Universe, what are the messages you have for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, September 8th through the 14th? I need you to pick out the most important stories, the most effective, where we'll see most change in Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Also, birthday readings. I'm still doing the same thing. It's the birthday 65. So if your birthday, if I'm recording or you look in the month that your birth is, okay? So let's say that you look at this video and you're like, oh, well, my birthday's the 10th or the 30th or whatever. You want to book a reading. You got, 30 to 31 days in a month to book a reading for your birthday special. You'll get that at $65, I believe is plus tax. But you'll get that at $65. You can get any reading that you want. And I've increased the time. So instead of getting 45 minutes, I'm going up to an hour. Okay? Because I figured, that's not really a discount. I really want to do something special for my audience. So it'll be an hour, all right, for the month of your birth. Okay, 2 more. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on. First card out, we got the Ace of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. Okay. Under the Ace of Pentacles, we got the Page of Wands. Under the Ten of Wands is the Page of Pentacles. Under the Six of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune. This is looking real good, y'all. Under the Five of Swords is the Two of Wands. And under the Ace of Wands is the Emperor. The overall energy for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, September 8th through the 14th. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So I hope you guys can see the whole thing. Let me move this up. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to try to just roll right through it, guys, and get right to the point. All right, so fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is what I'm looking at. For some time, it may have been difficult in your life, all right? Now, when I say difficulty, I'm talking in almost every area. When I see the Ten of Wands sitting up there like that, I know that there could be some real tests that's going on with your finances, your love life, your children, trying to go back to school, trying to get a particular job offer, just everything just going wrong all at once. It's been a difficult time in your life, but the beginning of September, well, this is the second week, I definitely see some rest coming, all right? Not only do I see some rest, but I also see some opportunities coming. But you need to listen to me very closely, okay? I'm looking at that Five of Swords. I know you probably are too, with that Two of Wands, all right? Now, what that simply states is there will be some help that's coming in. Let's say that we're speaking on a job offer, all right? Now, any event that the Five of Swords, Two of Wands is going up against a job offer, it would represent that there could be some people there that you once worked with that you didn't get along with. It could also be that, you know, maybe you've been laid off from this job and you are about to be restarted back into that, you know, environment, okay? It could also be there are multiple people at the job that want to see you fail, okay? And maybe there was some sort of write-up that came through, all right? Maybe you was written up, or somebody said you did something at the job or whatever, but you had a lot of people against you, all right? So this is not just one individual. This is like multiple individuals that try to make your life difficult, all right? Now, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, this just represents good news. You could be getting a letter back stating that, you know, you're free to come back to work. If you were waiting on, you know, good luck as far as your health is concerned, all right? Some of you have some health issues, or you're waiting on some tests to be revealed, okay? I definitely feel that could be good news that's coming in. Maybe, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a lump. I'm seeing sort of like a lump in your breast that you may have been worried about, okay? You want to know if it was cancerous. It may have you nervous, all right? Maybe you went to go take a test last week, and this week you're getting results, but it's still good news, okay? You can lay down your burdens and you can stop the worrying. We got the Page of Pentacles there, so it just signifies with the Page of Pentacles, if you're dealing with, you know, results when it comes to your health, the Page of Pentacles just tells you to manage your health. Start eating better, all right? Some of you are going in about diabetes. I see that too, okay? Basically, maybe over the weekend you've had an attack when it comes to your sugar, all right? And maybe that left you in the hospital all weekend long, okay? And now they just released you and now you're able to go home, okay? But you're not 100% out of the clear. I'll just put it this way. You need to be very careful about how you're eating. You need to be very careful about the stress that you're taking on, okay? In terms of love, it says to me that there could be a meeting that takes place. Now, what kind of meeting, Bella? Does this mean that we're going to get back together? I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't feel that you guys are going to get back together 100%, but there will be some, clandestine affairs, sexual encounters. Okay, Linda? You guys may hook up and you may have sex. Maybe you did it last night. Maybe you'll do it, at the end of this week. I don't know, the weekend. Okay? I just feel like there will be some sort of engagement. All right? Now, if this individual is your husband, because we got the Emperor card that's sitting there. Okay? So for some of my women or gay men that, have a husband, it could be the return of your husband. All right? Now, how is that going to work in terms of that Five of Swords and Two of Wands? Does that mean that this person is coming back around and screw me over, Bella? No, it does not mean that. We got the Six of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. What this says is that it's a work in progress. So this is something that, okay, even though your partner comes back, you got to remember the reason as to why you sent them away in the first place. Okay, and that is the issue that you guys need to work on. Maybe there's some issues when it comes to communication. Ten of Wands represents a lot of energy, a lot of passion, okay? So it can symbolize that, maybe it's time that you be quiet and listen to your partner, listen to what they're saying, especially with that Ace of Wands there with the Emperor. So, if you have a dominant figure, a man in your household, your husband, I'm going to just say it, and you guys are not going to like it. You need to be submissive, a lot more submissive, and you need to be able to trust this individual. If you do not trust this person screwed me over, Bella, they cheated on me so many times, how do I know, that they're going to be faithful to me? Well, you don't know that, okay? However, it would help if you could eliminate the arguing, okay? If you could eliminate some of the arguing that may be taking place in the household, okay? Try to keep your mouth shut. So then, you may say, well, Bella, if I keep my mouth shut, then I'm not getting my situation worked through. It's as if you're telling me to ignore how I feel about the situation. I'm not telling you to ignore it. I'm just telling you that this is not the right time to discuss who's right and wrong. All right. This is a moment to where you're getting an opportunity. This comes around once in a lifetime. With the Wheel of Fortune being there, you're getting an opportunity to be back into this person's life, or this person to come back in your life. All right. And if you want it to work out, then you are going to have to take the bull by the horns and sometimes swallow your pride. It's the Five of Swords. Five of Swords kind of represents a no-win situation. All right. Meaning that you're both wrong. So at the end of the day, the fight and the argument that goes back and forth between the two of you, it's just not necessary. You're not going to be able to clear that energy this week. All right. So, what am I telling you to do? Well, I'm telling you to find other ways to make up. Okay. Find other ways to communicate and to make up. Sorry, guys. It's my phone, my other phone. Find other ways, other meaningful ways to disperse that energy, because there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of animosity between the two of you. But if you can learn to come to a point to where you compromise. One thing I will tell my ladies, or even men that have the feminine energy, okay? Feminine energy is feminine energy. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. What I will tell you is you have to learn how to, if you're going to be married or you're going to be in a relationship for a long time, you're going to have to learn how to swallow your pride. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn that there's, even though you may feel that you were wronged in some sort of way, it's not always the time to address those issues. All right. There's a place and time for those issues to be addressed. And when he's just now coming back home, or you're just now coming back home, and with this heavy energy, the Ten of Wands we're coming off of, the Five of Swords, the Two of Wands, it's coming back the same way. All right. So that energy is just sitting right there at the surface. That fight, that argument, that thing that, didn't go quite so well is sitting right there at the surface. So you don't want to pick at that scab and reopen that wound. Not this week anyway. Okay. I will say this. There are a lot of relationships that are coming back together this week for my fire signs that are beneficial. These people are soulmates. These people are people that you may spend the rest of your life with. I say that because we have the Ten of Pentacles there and the Emperor on board. All right. So this speaks, and then the Wheel of Fortune. These speak of fated events, fated situations that, they're not really up to your control. All right. I leave that to the universe, to the angels, spirit guides, the higher power that you believe in. Okay. and they're orchestrating a divine meeting because there's purpose in this relationship. Okay, there's purpose in it, right? Being told that if you know that this is somebody that you still have time on the books with, you still have karmic energy to dissipate with this individual, then why would you go and try to, mess things up? When they pull the two of you together, they give you that opportunity. Some of you, you sit in the bed at night and you're crying and you're begging God to bring this person back in your life. Then they show up and you're absolutely disgusted. See, I've dealt with these energies, so I know. I've been married before, okay? And I've been in a situation to where me and my husband have a fight and he leaves. Now he's been gone for 3 days. In that 3 days, it's like I start to regret a little bit, like, oh, where's my husband? I want my husband back. So you start praying, Lord God, please bring my husband back. If you bring my husband back, I'll shut up. And then they come to the door and it's like utter disgust, because you can still see, Two of Wands, you can still see that this person, I'll put it this way. The way this individual is going to look to you is as if they didn't miss you. But it's all a game. Five of Swords. It's all a game. All right. So you're going to have to be able to swallow your pride and just say, you know what? This is not the week to fight. I did pray for this. I did beg God, the universe, to bring us back together. So I'll trust God with the situation. I'll trust spirit with this, situation between us. And there will be a better time to discuss it. You got to learn how to hold your tongue. All right. Swallow your pride. Even though you wasn't wrong, be blamed as wrong. Okay. Like I'm telling you what it is. All right. Now somebody else may tell you, cuss that person out and da-da-da, but you don't solve anything. You're not going to solve anything by cussing this person out. You get this individual back, you cuss them out, you scream on them, oh, they cheating on you or whatever. You cuss this person out, now they're back out the house. Now you're crying another week. Come on. No. We're here to solve. It's time to start solving problems. Life is short. Things are happening out here. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't ever say this, but I will say this because I'm starting to feel it. It's better to be together than apart. All right. Financially, for your kids' sake, just period. Just having that help, having that support. It is almost impossible to be able to afford your lifestyle now, like paying your rent and, the wages, the way that they have things set up right now. It's almost impossible for a person to live on their own. So if you can compromise and you have somebody who's very supportive, that's working just like you, or maybe at this very moment, they're not working. But before you go throwing that thing away because you feel like they're not working at that moment, stop in and get a reading. All right. Make sure that this is not some sort of lesson that you're going through, because there are moments where you may be in a relationship with someone and spirit decides to sit you down. Maybe they were the breadwinner at first and you were sitting down, and now the tables have turned. It's the Wheel of Fortune. The tables have turned and now you got the money and they're sitting down. How do you act when she was on the other foot? Because I don't think people realize this, or women in general. We don't realize this, but men will go to work, and I have to say this. I just have to say, I know I'm gonna lose my player card. Men will go to work, Linda, work their tails off, come home and bring all the money to their wife to pay the bills. Do you know how fucking hard that is, Linda? I can't even stomach that. Go to work, bust my ass, deal with Linda on the job who I can't stand, and then give you my whole check to pay the bills? Majority of women can't do it. All right. That's a man's job. Okay. So I would advise you, if you got somebody good in your life and you just hit a rough patch, or you just hit a little small argument, or maybe they did make a mistake and cheat on you, make sure that you don't have no hand in that. Okay. Make sure that you didn't push them to cheat on you. And you know how you are, women. All right. Some of you won't shut the fuck up. You just keep screaming and arguing and you're cheating on me. You say it all the fucking time. So they become what you say 24/7. And then you want to cry. Oh my God, I found out he was really cheating. Well, Linda, that's what you said for the last 6 months. So what did you think? Relationships is what you make it. So if you tell your partner over and over again that they're cheating on you, that they're no good, that they don't listen to you, that is what they're going to become. All right. If you need some help with that, hit me up. Allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this reading, definitely give me the thumbs up. Matter of fact, just give me the thumbs up just because I had to record this motherfucker. Okay, Linda? Okay. Give me the thumbs up so you can help to push me back out there in the algorithms. You guys know I'm not going to get many views. Doesn't matter how many subscribers I have. But I've been going for some time. So help me to move to get these messages out to everybody if we can. All right. And maybe if people hear it, it'll make relationships better. And we'll just have a better world. All right. I love you guys. Don't forget the timestamp. All right. All the details on how to book me for a reading is in the description box. If you'd like to send a donation, you can do so through PayPal. It's Allseeingeyetarot@yahoo.com on PayPal. That's for donations only. Okay. Now, if you want to book me, it's Gmail. Allseeingeyetarot@gmail. Okay. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back with the next element. Okay, welcome back, Bella. Thank you, guys. So next up, I have my wonderful earth signs. This is going to be for Capricorn, Taurus, and happy birthday to my Virgos. Remember, if your birthday runs in the month of September, you automatically qualify for the birthday 65. Hit me up, allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. Make sure your heading or your subject line says birthday month. All right. You could also hit me up at belladutch247@gmail.com. All right. All right. Let's see what's going on. Grab the time, guys. Spirit of the universe, what are the messages you have for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo for the week of September 8th through the 14th? If you missed any announcements, please rewind to the beginning. I'm trying to just go ahead and flow with this. Try this again. All right, here we go, y'all. All right, first card out. Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. The Strength card. Three of Wands. Two of Swords. Heavy energy for my earth signs. Heavy. Under the Knight of Pentacles, we got the Four of Swords. Under the Nine of Swords is the Eight of Cups. Under the Strength card is the Knight of Cups. Under the Three of Wands is the Two of Cups. Under the Two of Swords is the Nine of Pentacles. Overall energy for Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. September 8th through the 14th. Ooh, again, 10 of Pentacles. So this is definitely stepping back in. What I'm starting to realize is that this is definitely a month of financial reward. Okay. It kind of looks like, I thought I was the only one having these issues, but when I look at, I've just looked at all the fire sign. Of course, I'm a fire sign, but looking over at the earth sign energy, I'm seeing the same repeating lack in my earth signs as well. Okay. So we got the Knight of Pentacles running up against the Four of Swords. Now, what this says to me is that a lot of you guys, I'll put it this way. You're trying to figure out what your passion is, or trying to figure out, okay? Because it kind of looks to me that you've already had a field lined up for yourself, all right? Now, it looks like you may have hit a bump in the road. Things may have went sour, and maybe your sales dropped. Let's say that you're a business owner, okay? And you're used to your business thriving, but for the last couple years, it has been extremely hard. Okay, non-existent almost. All right. This is why I tell you people, make sure that when you start a business, it be in something that you love to do. What could you do every day of your life for free? Never get paid for it, but it brings you the most fulfillment. The reason I tell you that is because there's going to be moments in business, all right? Having your own business. People think just because you have your own business, you got a lot of money. Bullshit. I'm here to tell you, I've been here 10 years. I have seen the roller coaster literally whip me up, down, side to side, left to right. Okay, more down than up. It's been extremely difficult. And I'm coming off of a yearly hiatus. I just literally had to step away just to get my priorities straight. Am I doing what it is that I love? You know, do I find fulfillment when I'm away from this job? Okay. And I have come to the conclusion I don't find my greatest fulfillment when I'm not doing this. All right. So this is what it is that I love to do. And it's okay for you to step away, from your job. And it looks like some of you have. Some of you been forced to sit down, all right? Forced. And you're thinking, oh, well, the universe is against me. God doesn't love me. I'm having a hard time. So I just always fail. Everything I do, I fail. Stop it. Stop that conversation. Stop that talk. All right? It happens to everyone. It's a test. It's a test. It's like God gives everyone these tests. It's like God asking you, how bad do you want it? And what are you willing to do for it? Okay? And that's what's going on in your life. Period. All right. In terms of business, I'm not really looking at love here because it kind of looks like love has taken a back seat. All right. We got the Strength card with the Knight of Cups, and when I look at this, it looks like David and Goliath. Okay, or Daniel. No, not Daniel and the lion's den. More like David and Goliath. Like Goliath might be a lion and shit, and David got him in a chokehold. It just doesn't look like love is your main focus right now. It looks like your career, your money. What do I do, Bella? I'm drowning. I'm trying to take care of these kids, trying to take care of this wife, trying to take care of this husband. I don't know what to do. Financially, I've taken a pay cut. Things are not working out for me. What do I do? So this is what I'm going to say to you. Take the hiatus that Spirit is giving you. They set you down for a moment, not permanently. This sit down is just to make sure that what it is that you're doing, you actually love. All right. Now, what I'm going to need you to do is get you a notepad. All right. Get you an iPad, whatever. Start writing down how you feel when you're not doing what it is that you've been doing, your business. All right. How do you feel now that you're not doing it? All right. And then when you're doing it, how do you feel? Do you feel good when you're doing it? I mean, I know it's a stressful situation, but does it bring fulfillment to you? All right, because this next go round, I believe this, moving into 2026, this is going to be about putting the foot to the pedal and pushing it through. And you are going to need enough love, enough passion, enough courage to literally drive what it is to millionaire status. Literally. You're going to have to drive it. All right. But first, Spirit says, sit down for a minute. Make sure that you're compatible with that thing. We got the Three of Wands with the Two of Cups. Most of you guys are going to go back to what it is that you know. Because you're going to get a chance to see, I really do love this. Okay. What I do, I bring a need for the people. And when I'm not there, a lot of people miss me in that field. I'm useful. I'm productive in that area. Whatever it is that you picked. I mean, maybe you're a hairstylist. All right. Maybe I don't know, you do nails. Whatever it is that you do, you have to find this. This is not about people telling you. Because see, when I was on my hiatus, a lot of people got in my email, Bella, you okay? Bella, we need you, girl. Bella, we going through things. None of that was good enough to pull me back out here. You know what pulled me back out here? Sitting down with God and asking God, what's my purpose? What is it that I'm passionate about? Because I feel like I'm just getting older. What is it that I'm passionate about, and what is it that I need to do in my life in order to get back out there? Like, what do I need to get in order? All right. And I had some things that I had to get in order to run this business a lot more successfully. Okay. And you have to figure that out. Nobody can tell you that. What are you doing? Are you slacking on the job, or are you, slacking with the shipments, not making sure the shipments go out. Whatever you're doing, you have to find that. So take the hiatus, take the break that Spirit is offering you. All right. Some of you are afraid. You got the 9 of Swords with the 8 of Cups. You're afraid. If I step away for a minute, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose the business. I'm going to lose the clientele. Anything that has been built can be rebuilt. Okay. You need to understand that. Anything that has been built can be rebuilt. You build it the first time, you can build it again. All right. The success in it is not the product. The success in it is you. It's your mind. It's what it is that you bring to the table. All right. You make it have life. All right. Not the thing that you do. It's you that make it have life. So stop worrying on rather, oh my God, if I step away for a little bit, everything's going to fall apart. Everything's going to go wrong. Well, I'm going to tell you this. You're making more mistakes by just putting the pedal to the metal than you ever would if you just took a break and you stopped what you were doing. Take a 2-week vacation. Take a 3-week vacation. Take a year vacation. Whatever it is that you need. Just pick up and leave. Pick up and become somebody different. I don't work there. That's not my business. So what am I going to do in life? A lot of you are going to come to the terms where you're like, okay, well, there's nothing else for me to do. This is what I was called to do. I'm great at it. And you're going to go back with more invigoration. I see you redoing this business so successfully that it brings generational wealth for you. But you are going to need to do this first. You have the 2 of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles. Do you know what that means? That means that you're just working a job to get paid and there's no passion in it. You're not even seeing what goes down. You're just making the money. Like you have other people working for you, but you're not invested in it. And that's dangerous, because if all those people blow up tomorrow, then you have nothing. You have nothing. How can you say that you're a business owner, or you are the creativity behind the product or behind whatever it is that you do, and you know nothing about the business? So take a break. Get invested in what it is that you do. Go on vacation. Some of you can. All right? Some of you can. But I'm warning you to do it, and do it immediately. Because if you don't, this thing will crash and bury itself. Literally. Because we got some things that are coming up that are... You're going to have to love what it is you do. That's the best way I can describe it for you guys. You're going to have to love what it is you do. Because you're going to be tested. Okay? You're going to be tested. No more working jobs because you need money. Don't work because you need money. It is the most miserable thing you'll ever do in life, and I promise you, you won't even get enough to take care of your bills. I'm doing it right now. I dropped out of this. I went out here. I got a FedEx job. I'm not lying to you. I'm keeping 100 with you. I don't make any money with FedEx. Not at all. I can walk away from it today and wouldn't even think twice. But the reason as to why I went towards FedEx had nothing to do with the money. I went towards FedEx because of the company, the logistics company that I plan on doing. I wanted to understand how commerce, how product move through our great U.S. That's the reason I work with FedEx. All right? It all lines back up to this. Okay? But I'm telling you, stop working jobs because you need money right away. Stop it. You'd be better off going on unemployment. Okay? Get into something that it is that you're passionate about. Okay? Or let's just say, okay, well, Bella, I don't have the money to do the business that I'm dreaming about. I don't have the money to start the business that I'm dreaming about. Then you need to make sure that what it is that you do next helps to produce what it is that you're trying to do. Okay? So when I joined FedEx, my logistics company, and moving, fruits and vegetables and things, because that's my real passion, herbal medicine. It helped me to get a look into what goes on behind my back so that I can have an understanding. Okay? Even though I'll be in the field and I probably won't be in the logistics company, I'll be in the field making sure that the vitamins and, you know, everything comes through perfectly. I still need to know what's going on with my business as a whole. But as far as money, absolutely. I don't make no fucking money. Girl, Linda. That's just me being honest with y'all. Being 100% real, authentic. Okay? The best thing that came from me working FedEx is I'm extremely petite now. That's the best thing that came out of it. I am so small, you'll be like, Bella, no, where the fuck did your weight go? Like, literally. That's the best thing that came out of FedEx. Is that I got my health, I got healthy again. I stopped drinking. I don't do drugs. I look better. And I am smaller than I've ever been in my entire life. And I feel good. I might look a little crack-headed-ish to people because they're not used to seeing this Bella. But I don't care because I feel good. I had way too many health issues to carry a lot of weight on me. And doing this for 10 years created a lot of laziness. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a lazy fucking job. You better make sure that you have a gym. Okay? And if you plan to do this long term, you're going to need a little bit more than a gym. Maybe keep a man and keep getting pregnant or something. You're going to need some stuff. Okay? I'm keeping it 100. Because I got bigger than I've ever been in my life doing this work. Sitting on my behind recording. Literally. And it stressed me so bad. It stressed me. Because I wanted to make an impact somewhere. It's like I'm trying to get people to change their overall beingness. And I couldn't get it. It's like I just kept running up against this brick wall. And I had to learn, Bella, they're just babies trying to learn. But if they didn't need to learn, there would be no need for you. I had to find that. Nobody on this channel could teach me that. I had to find that. I had to realize, Bella, you make stupid mistakes too. You are fucking crazy. So how can you judge others? That's what I mean when I say inspiration, when I'm looking for inspiration. Just more to understand my audience. Meeting more people. Understanding how the mind works. Understanding how hard it is out here, working a 9 to 5. Understanding why I started my own business in the first place. Sometimes you need that. All right? So take as much time as you need. I don't have anything as far as love this week because it's just not your priority. Or maybe the majority of you, it's not your priority. Your priority is, where's my money? And how do I take care of these kids, Linda? And do I keep this business? Because I don't know where I'm going. I feel like I'm hitting my head. I'm stressed out. I'm being forced to sit down, and I don't know why I'm being forced to sit down. You're being forced to sit down to make sure what it is that you do is you. Make sure you like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit your notification bell. If you need a personal reading, allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. You want to take advantage of birthday 65. Allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com or belladutch247@gmail.com. Okay. Also, if you enjoyed this video, even if you didn't, I still want a thumbs up. I require a thumbs up. Okay. This is free. So definitely hit that thumbs up button so it can push me back out there into the algorithms. I've been going for some time, y'all. Okay. And I'm trying to get back out there and get the message going. All right. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back with the next element. Welcome back, Bella. Thank you, guys. So next up, we have my wonderful water signs. This is going to be for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Sun, Moon, and Rising. For the week of September 8th through the 14th. If you missed any of the announcements, want to know where I've been, want to know what's going on, rewind to the very beginning and listen to it, okay? Also, I really want you guys, this is what I'm feeling in my heart. I feel like you should watch all the videos today. Okay? All the videos I put up, I feel you should watch it. The reason I say that is because I think that it's inspiring for everyone across the globe. All right? And then, like I said, one individual is not just made up of one zodiac sign. All right? You got your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising, and they all work together. Okay? To create you or to make you different. All right? Let's see what's going on. Spirit and Universe, what are the messages you have for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, September 8th to the 14th. Show me what's going down in the water element. Make sure you grab the time when I started the water element, okay? All right, here we go. All right, first card out, the King of Pentacles. Okay. The Star. Knight of Swords. The Lovers. And Strength. Under the King of Pentacles, we have the Six of Pentacles. Under the Star card, we have Temperance. Under the Knight of Swords is the Two of Pentacles. Under the Lovers is the Seven of Pentacles. And under the Strength card, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the overall energy for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, September 8th through the 14th. The High Priestess. So we get our first love reading. What a coincidence. It's in the element of love. Okay. All right. So these last two readings that I did only focused 100% pretty much on money, finances, getting your life back in order. And there could have been a little love and maybe in the fire sign reading. But the overall focus in fire and earth was money, finances. Now, when I look at this, totally different picture. And I like it. I like it because it kind of says to me, water signs, you've done the work. You've taken the time. You've revamped yourself. You've rebuilt yourself. And now you are ready for healthy love. And I love to see that. Because, see, before I left, I kept seeing the same trends where it just seemed like water sign wasn't loving. Water wasn't doing water. Earth wasn't doing earth. I mean, it was just everywhere, you know. And I got really frustrated and I just needed to step away for a while. Okay. But when I come back and I look at this, I see that when it comes down to love and relationships, you've done the work. Now, what do you mean, Bella? I've done the work. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles sitting with the Six of Pentacles. All right. Now, what that says to me is that a great majority of you already know who your divine partner is. All right. You already know who your divine partner is. And you are ready. You've put yourself in a position, in a situation to where you are ready to incorporate love into your life. So when it comes down to finances, career, it seems like you've already done that work. You've put your ducks in a row and now you can take on, you know, other things, love, relationships, spending more time at home, you know, things like that. All right. So that's pretty good. Now, we'll say this. It kind of says to me, water signs, that there may have been a choice. Okay. We got the Knight of Swords with the Two of Pentacles. There was a choice at one time. You may have been deciding between two lovers. I say that because the Lover's card is here and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. All right. Now, what this says to me is that there could have been a time where you went after all the wrong things. All right. And it even looks to me like you may have went and spent some time with that wrong thing, that wrong relationship, that relationship that did not compel you to move forward. But that relationship that let you know or led you to understanding, you know what? Sarah is the one for me. You know what? Tommy is the guy for me. Okay, whatever the case may be, but it helped you to come to the realization of where you stick, where, you know, your partner, your better half, who that person is. I love it. I like to see it. So now that you've made, you know, you've had a relationship with someone else, the thing didn't work out. Now you're just taking time to wash yourself of that other individual. All right. Now, that could have been a past relationship with a Capricorn or a Taurus individual, because the King of Pentacles does stand for Capricorn or Taurus. All right. But it doesn't have to be. It could have been any other zodiac sign, and this King of Pentacles could just represent establishing yourself. Okay, just establishing yourself, your career, what it is that you want to do. Because see, with water signs, it works a lot different when it comes down to love. Water signs are very traditional in the sense of work, make my career, build my house, and then find my wife. All right, even with the women, work, find a career I want to do, start my business, and then find a husband. That's how it works with water signs. All right, because water signs are always looking for long-term ability. All right, now there are those instances where they have short-term, or they hook up with somebody, or it's just a fling, or but it's not often. It's not really a water sign that really enjoys getting in those type of relationships. Maybe something didn't work out. Maybe you know what, I second guessed this person, this wasn't the one for me. All right, so what it just basically says to me is that you've found a lover for you, and now you are preparing and you're willing to do whatever it is, whatever it takes, whatever spirit is asking of you to become perfect for this individual. We have the Strength card with the Knight of Pentacles. So what that says to me is that for a lot of you water signs, you have learned how to tame the beast within. All right, what's that beast within? Maybe you've had a issue. You struggled with I feel pornography real heavy. You struggle with pornography, all right? And looking at this pornography, watching pornography have led you to hook up with random things, what is delightful to the eyes, but doesn't match with the heart, okay? And it looks to me as if you already have this individual who you want to be with, who you want to settle down with, and it's only a matter of time once you go through these testing grounds, all right? I like to call it, what do I call it? Sort of like a test of will, okay? Like, I can't find a word. It just literally slipped my mind. Rites of passage. There it is. Rites of passage. Why is the rites of passage particularly slapped on this individual? Well, anytime you find your divine counterpart, this is like twin flame, life partner, soulmate, okay? Anytime you find these individuals, you are going to have to absolutely go through a wilderness or a test of wills. Now, what does this test of wills do? This actually cleans you up and prepares you to love this individual, because everybody is not the same. With this divine counterpart, this other individual is a lot like you. All right. And looking at that mirror, trying to give love to that mirror of yourself, okay, could be quite difficult. All right. It can be quite difficult, even though it seems like the most dreamy thing to do. A lot of people, they're like, Bella, I want to find my soulmate. I want to find my twin flame. No, you don't. Especially not the twin flame. That's the hardest shit I've ever done in life. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Okay. Because it is not what you think it is. And it is not what people teach you that it is. Okay. It is not relationship at all. All right. It's more of a sort of like my imagination's crazy, but listen, it more so reminds me of two pigs fighting in mud, because that's what it seems like. That's what it's like. All right. It's like, it's a battle. It's a battle. And that battle is there to help you to become all that you can become, all that you're supposed to be in this lifetime. Okay. So it's not a relationship per se. All right. This other individual that I was talking about. Now, with this other individual, things probably move smoothly. You like her, she like you, you like him, he like you. You guys come together, you hook up, you have sex. That's easy. But when it comes down to like twin flame, life partner, things like that, no matter what you do, you can't seem to hook up with this individual. Like, it's like, there's this invisible force between the two of you, and it will not bring the two of you together until you have went through that rites of passage. And that rites of passage is indeed a battle. It is going to be the hardest thing you've ever done in life. It's going to be extremely difficult, okay? But it is ultimately going to fix who you are internally. All right. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be you. When I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles, you've already just recently come out of a relationship. All right. Or you've recently got something off you that may have been more of a karmic thing. Okay. Now, karmic soulmates, that's a very toxic relationship. You guys fight, you never want to leave each other. You know what I'm saying? And then finally you hit the end of your rope and you've taught each other everything that you can teach one another. And now it's finally over. All right. So now you feel ready to merge into that new thing with your divine counterpart, but you don't know what your divine counterpart may have been going through. All right. So there's still a waiting game. There's still, let's get cleaned up because I want to present you better. That's what that Knight of Pentacles says under that Strength card. Let's get cleaned up because there is some residue on you. Okay. That is not going to be conducive to the two of you being together. It's going to break the two of you apart in some way. Okay. Like it's going to be a headbutting situation, and they don't want that because ultimately God is perfection. All right. And spirit looks to put two people together perfectively. It needs to be perfect. All right. So they are not going to turn their heads while you make a mistake trying to rush into something so important. It's important. Twin flames, life partners, those are teachers. Those type of relationships, which is not relationships at all, but they're used to mimic the church and how God loves the church, or what is also known as spiritual love. Okay, they're chose to, in anybody that is in a twin flame situation, life partner will tell you the story is unbelievable. It's like it's not human at all. Okay, it's difficult. The way you come together, you didn't do it yourself. If somebody asked you, well, how did y'all get together? I don't even know. This shit started a long time ago, Linda, and I just know we was fighting a lot. Next thing I know, I looked up and we was together. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be an easy trip go round. And this is why I tell a lot of you, my motto has always been here at Allseeingeyetarot: choose the beautiful gifts wrapped in ugly wrapping paper. I tell you that all the time. Choose what's difficult. So for those of you that like to run, or you like what likes you, you know how there's people out here that only like what like them, or they like a situation that's quite easy. Okay. For those of you that like those type of situations, okay, twin flame life partner ain't for you. It really ain't. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Okay. Because this is going to be, it's going to muddy the waters. It's going to turn your stomach. Definitely. It's difficult. All right. But after you've went through the rites of passage, you come together in union, and that can be a beautiful thing because your story will be used in a great way. And while you're going through it, you may not realize why, this story is that nothing happened. I mean, we met as children, and then, 40 years, and then now we've come together. How could God use this story? That's what it's going to feel like. All right. But the story is so mesmerizing. So, and I don't know the words to put into place, but it's perfect before God. I'll put it that way. I ain't even going to find the words. It's just perfect in the eyes of God. Okay. That's what I have for you. Make sure you like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit your notification bell. If you want a personal reading, allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com, or you can hit me up at belladutch247@gmail.com. All right. Don't forget the timestamp if you want to win that free 30 minutes. Okay. I'm going to look for that Sunday. So I'll look for my winner on Sunday. So you got up until Sunday. Remember this: when you do your timestamp passage, please have it all together in one message. Do not split it up. All right. Please don't split it up. If I come and I see a bunch of you on my timeline, under this video, and it's all split up, fire signs here, 5 people down, water signs here. I'm not going to choose you. I just will not choose a winner because I mean what I say. All right. So please follow the rules if you want to win a free 30-minute. Okay. Which is very important because a lot of people, they need help right now. Sitting down with me is absolutely a blessing because I'm definitely going to change your life. Okay. And to get that free 30, everybody can't afford a reading right now. And I do understand. And that's why I offer it up. Okay. But you got to follow the rules. I'll be back with the last element. Welcome back, Bella. Thank you, guys. Last but certainly not least, I have my wonderful air signs. Now, this is going to resonate with those of you that are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? It's going to affect you across all of your signs. I'm going to keep them 100 with you, especially if it's your sun sign, all right? If you missed any announcements, please do rewind to the very beginning. I'm trying to flow through this and make it pretty quick, all right? I haven't been able to get under an hour, but my days are going over an hour no. I might go 5 minutes over, but I just don't have the time no more, okay? All right, so here we go. Spirit and Universe, what are the messages you have for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, September 8th through the 14th? Let me see what's going down in the element of air. Okay, here we go, y'all. All right. First card out. 8 of Pentacles. Justice. 6 of Cups. The Hierophant. Wow, okay. Okay, Linda. 5 of Wands. Okay. Under the 8 of Pentacles, we got the Devil. Whew. Under Justice, we have the Queen of Wands. Under the 6 of Cups is the 2 of Cups. Okay. Under the Hierophant is the 2 of Pentacles. Under the 5 of Wands is Strength. The overall energy for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, September 8th through the 14th. Wow. This is crazy. This is freaking crazy. All the signs ended in the 10 of Pentacles. Wait a minute. What did the water signs have? Did they have the 10? I swear I thought I seen this all 4 elements. That's crazy. The chances of that is crazy. Look, I'll put it this way. We are going through a very heavy transit, all right? In terms of finances, in terms of love life, relationships, all right? So, I'm just very surprised because I don't think I ever got the same end card for everyone. Okay, and I believe it was the same for the water signs. Yeah, I believe it was the 10 of Pentacles. That's crazy. Crazy work. All right, so anyway, the reason I said wow is because of the major arcana that is displayed today. Okay, we have the Justice card, we got the Devil card, we got the Hierophant, we got Strength. Yeah, that's crazy energy. Because those are major arcanas, which represent major lessons that are taking place in the element of air. Okay. 8 of Pentacles with the Devil energy. This basically speaks of working on self. All right. Self. Justice with the Queen of Wands. I will put it this way. What I'm seeing. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to wait until it was quiet. All right. I'm going to put it this way, and I'm going to try to get to the point pretty quick. When I look at that 8 of Pentacles, this is some hard energy. It's a hard transit that you guys are going through within the earth, air element. I'm sorry. When I see that 8 of Pentacles with the Devil, I'm just going to break it to you and I'm going to keep it 100. This is going to be for those of you that may be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and you are tied to a fire sign. So Aries, Sagittarius in particular. Okay. Now, what I'm looking at is that the two of you have been together for some time, all right? Maybe even back childhood, okay? This could be your childhood sweetheart, somebody that you went to school with, just somebody that you overall knew for quite a long time, okay? However, you got some issues that you need to work out, all right? Now, what are you talking about, Bella? Well, I mean, it's a hard transit. Like I said, it's the devil energy. So this could be like issues with drugs, issue with abuse, issue with controlling behavior. You got some issues that you need to work through. Now, let's talk about the aggression and why are you so aggressive? Like, why do you display that behavior? Because you don't really have to, but looking at that Five of Wands with the Strength card, it pretty much says to me that you do it out of fear. You know, you do it out of fear of losing a person. All right. Now, looking at that Queen of Wands, knowing what the fire energy read, it kind of looks to me that maybe right now the fire sign that's in a relationship is starting to do better. You know, maybe they were recently offered a job. Okay. Maybe they've been in a bad slum, just a difficult situation that they had to carry on their back. And finally, Spirit shines a little light on them. And now it threatens your very existence in the relationship. All right. Now, let me tell you this. And hopefully, if I tell you this, I hope that you'll be able to keep your partner. And I hope that you'll be able to work it out. This is a very important relationship. All right. We got the Hierophant there. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the devil energy, justice. That is symbolic of having a very important karmic tie with this individual. All right. So you are meant to go through difficulty in your relationship. Not toxicity. There's a difference between a toxic relationship and a difficult transit, or something that you need to regurgitate or let go. All right. Now, when it comes to karmic soulmates, these individuals trigger upon things that you have grown up to become. All right. So things you may have seen as a young child, how your family may have affected you growing up. Okay. Something that happened in the way past that is responsible for who you are, like you know how you are. All right. And there is a lot of fear there, and you're afraid of losing your partner. Now, let me tell you this. The more controlling you are, the more violent you are, the more, you know, those of you that are on drugs, okay, some of you have pornography issues. Well, you know, not pornography, but more like going to strip clubs, stuff like that. Things that get you in trouble. Those are going to be the things that break you up. Okay. All those things that I just mentioned in that devil energy is going to be the thing that rip the two of you apart. All right. Because there's no way that Spirit can take this fire sign back through something that they've already passed. You understand? So that was a hard lesson that this fire sign was going through. And now that they've completed the lesson and they've passed the lesson, they are now getting their just rewards. All right. So that is not going to change. All right. But what needs to change, looking at this Eight of Pentacles and the devil behavior, is you. The way that you conduct yourself in a relationship, feeling as if you're going to lose this person because now they're finally doing good in life. Maybe you carried them. Okay. And maybe, the one thing that keeps ringing in my ears is like, I put this person through school. I was the one that, helped this individual when they had nothing. And now they're trying to talk tough to me. Or now they're trying to, talk like they don't need me. Well, listen to what I'm saying to you. I guarantee that is not how they feel. All right. However, being as though this is lesson filled, okay, in your relationship right now, it's lesson filled. You are going to have to now go through your lessons within the relationship. So you're going to have to learn to tame the beast within yourself. Strength card, devil energy. All right. You're going to have to learn how to do that. And your trigger is that they are going to be doing better. All right. For instance, let's flip the shoe on the other foot. Their trigger may have been that, you pay all the bills, but then you stayed out all night. Okay, or yeah, you pay all the bills, but then sometimes you would disappear with your check and do drugs, or spend it all on strip clubs, or buy a bunch of video games. You see what I'm saying? That may have been their trigger when they were going through the lesson, but now the shoe has turned around and now it's on your foot, and now your trigger is their success. Let me explain this to you. Two doing good is better than one doing good. All right. And I believe I said this in the earth sign energy. It is so much better to have a 2-parent household, or just 2 people that take care of the household right now because of the economy, inflation, things that are happening. It's almost impossible for a person to live on their own. So if you don't fix this behavior, spirit has no choice but to separate the 2 of you. Okay, so you have to chill out. You being afraid, I get it. You're afraid to lose this person, but you're going to lose this person by your own behavior, not because this person leaves you and moves on with something better. No, because they're willing to share with you. All right. But when those triggers hit, it's like the enemy or the devil or whatever you guys use as the negative energy. It's a trigger. So they're going to make something look worse than what it really actually is. All right. I promise you, it's delusional. All right. This is the moment where you need to stick closer with your partner. If you guys are together, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and you're dating the Aries, Sagittarius, this is the time where you need to come together and hold each other up. All right, because like I said, they've already been through their lessons. Spirit can't back them up and take away the good things that they're being given. They can only destroy that. And now it's time for you to go into your lessons and being taught. And now the shoe's on the other foot. You going fucking crazy. All right, chill out. Chill out. Remember one thing. As long as you have a relationship with someone else, there will always be a sacrifice. There will always be problems or war going on between the 2 of you. That is how relationships go. If you don't want to fight, you don't want to argue, then you are going to be alone. Okay? Take it from my point of view, who's been celibate 10 years. I'm telling you, if you don't want to engage in a battle or better yourself or become a better person, all right, become a husband, become a wife. If you don't want to go through what it takes in order to get that, keep doing what you're doing. Keep starting shit, arguing, doing your bad stuff. Eventually, Spirit's going to separate the 2 of you and you're not going to come back together. All right. But if you want to be with someone, you want to share your life with someone, you want to go through the experience and live and gain the greatest experience that you can gain from the situation, then you are going to need to know how to work on your impulses. All right? Work on your impulses. Talk it out. If you can't talk to your partner, then it is that time that you sit down with a counselor or a therapist to work through your issues. All right? And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be coupled with some sort of fear of one of your parents leaving you. Okay? Your dad leaving your mom, or, your mom leaving both of y'all, your dad and you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something like that. All right? Because it's not this individual person, because you are in the relationship with this individual person. So you can't be afraid of losing them when you haven't lost them. So this is something that needs to be triggered. It will be triggered, and changing the partner is not going to change the lesson. Remember that the lesson stays the same. The people may change, but the lesson stays the same. All right. So if you really like your partner, you've been with this person for a long time. It's the 6 of Cups. So it says that you guys have grown up together, been together for a very long time. If you want to work this thing out, go through your lessons. Talk to your partner. Babe, how did you get through it? I know that you had some triggers and there was moments that you were afraid that I was going to leave you. How did you get through it? What did you do? Pray together. There's nothing wrong with hitting your knees together. Bring God into your relationship. That is what is ultimately going to hold it together. Okay? It's best to bring God than to bring alcohol or drugs into it. When you put alcohol or drugs, you get a distorted image, and now the two of you are fighting and you're separating a good thing. Finally, when things begin to turn, when your wife is able to help you, or your girlfriend's able to help you, or your husband's able to help you, or your wife is able to, whoever it is, okay, because it is the Queen of Wands, so it's going to be a Sagittarius, Aries individual. All right, maybe some Leos. Absolutely, it could be Leo. All right. But this person is finally in a position to where they can contribute something. Why would you destroy that? Work together and boss up, like that 10 of Pentacles. Okay? Don't separate, fight with each other, and then end up, making a decision that ultimately gets you two to break up. That's not the goal. Okay? If you're there, you're frustrated, you don't know how to handle the situation, this is what I do it for. Hit me up, allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. Book you a personal reading. Or belladutch247@gmail.com. I'm here to help. If you don't have the money, then you might get lucky. Timestamp below, and you might get that free 30 minutes. Okay? Make sure all your timestamps is in one passage. Make sure you like, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit your notification bell. Definitely give me them thumbs up, all right? I require it. You want to continue watching my videos, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Help to push me back into the algorithms. I've been going for some time, so it's going to be hard working back up there. But I'm willing to do the work. But you guys got to help me. You got to carry me. Be with me. All right? I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week with the beginning, top of the week for your next week. Okay, I'll also be doing some other things. I don't know if I'm going to get back into doing monthlies because of how the energy is moving right now. Just stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed and make sure your notification bell is pressed so that you know when I upload a new video. Until next time. Thank you, guys.